So we are studying those same three words. And again, just to review, the first word was humdrum, and we know that humdrum refers to something that is boring, maybe dull. The next word that we talked about was formal, and the first definition that we used when we were talking about formal referred to clothing that were appropriate for like business occasions or special occasions. And we also said that we can use formal to describe polite or respectful language or behavior. The last word that we talked about was the word informal, which we knew is an antonym or an opposite for the word formal, meaning not formal. So now I want you to finish the story. I will tell you a story and leave off the last word, and you will finish the story by deciding which of yesterday's vocabulary words will make the best ending and explain why you think so. Let's look at the first example. Olivia is having a party. Come in comfortable clothes, she tells her friend. The party is very blank. Which of these three words, humdrum, formal, or informal, makes sense to end this statement? And why do you think that? If you use the word informal, you are correct. If something is informal, then they want you to be comfortable. It's more relaxed, it's more casual. It's not really like fancy or formal clothing. Let's look at the next example. Alberto has played his video game many times. Let's get some new games, he pleads with his dad. These games are all blank. Which word makes sense? Humdrum, formal, or informal, and why? Right, in this example, the word humdrum makes sense. If he's played them so many times and he really wants to get some new ones, they're probably kind of becoming a little bit boring or maybe even dull. Let's take a look at the last example. To dance in the talent show, Isabella must try out in front of judges, fill out several forms, and get her parents' permission. Goodness, she exclaims, this process is so blank. Is the word humdrum, formal, or informal? Now this one's kind of tricky. Maybe you thought humdrum at first because it kind of sounds like it would be boring or dull, but it doesn't sound like it's really all that boring or dull. She's got a lot to do, right? Trying out. She's got to fill out forms. She's got to get parent permission. So it's not necessarily boring or dull. I think the best choice is going to be formal, meaning there's a lot of like particular steps that Isabella must go through before she can even try out. All right, that wraps up this week in vocabulary. Next week, we will continue on with week 22. Great job today.